In the Factor follow-up segment tonight, as you know, disgraced Congressman Anthony Weiner called it quits yesterday. And during his announcement, he said this.
I'm here today to again apologize for the personal mistakes I have made and the embarrassment I have caused.
So was it just a personal issue, or are there national security implications? Joining us now from Los Angeles, liberal radio talk show host Leslie Marshall, and from Kansas City, Dr. Brian Russell, an attorney and a licensed psychologist. Okay, now, people are hearing this across the country, and I'm sure some folks are saying, oh, come on, this was an embarrassing moment for the country, an embarrassing moment for Congress. But Dr. Russell, you think that the congressman could have put our country at risk? Why is that?
Absolutely, Laura. 4 quick reasons why politicians' personal behavior matters. 1, if his spouse can't trust him, then you can't trust him. His constituents and colleagues can't trust him. 2, if he's willing to put his marriage and family and career at risk for something as stupid as sex messaging, then his judgment isn't good enough to be involved in solving the country's problems. 3, if he is willing to put his marriage and his career and his country, maybe, I'll talk about that in a second, at risk, he is a person who is just not, you cannot trust the guy to put the best interests of his constituents ahead of his own best interests. He is a guy who is too narcissistic to be expected to do that. And then 4th, if you have a guy who is willing to put his marriage and his career at risk this way by creating a secret that others could learn that would make him susceptible to blackmail, vulnerable to blackmail, Laura, then he is putting all of us at risk.
Leslie, your response to that? I mean, is there something to that possibility of blackmail? I mean, he went as far as to invite media folks into his office to lie to them directly. So could that have been a possible blackmail possibility?
With all due respect, Dr. Russell, this is reminding me of a college course when a professor said, God is love, love is blind, Ray Charles is blind, therefore it can be argued that Ray Charles is God. I'm not connecting the dots here, okay? Yes, I get it, he did something stupid, no question. Yes, I get it, you can't trust him. Can his constituents trust him? He resigned, and if he runs again, that's for the people voting to decide. This isn't a security risk. What would the porn star that he was tweeting want with any information? And what information would Congressman Weiner have access to? Yes, he's a congressman, but hey, last time I checked, the president was able to pull off the capture and killing of Osama bin Laden without anybody in Congress. Anthony Weiner is well knowing. So I'm kind of confused as to what security risk there would be and what information the congressman would have to leak into whom. There was no blackmail. He did resign.
Leslie, you cannot possibly believe that. Think about what Monica Lewinsky could have gotten from Bill Clinton had she said, I'm going public with this unless you. She probably could have been United States ambassador to Belize.
Belize. I was going to say, wasn't pizza involved? Couldn't we make some type of Italian? I mean, that was America. Sorry. No, but look, I think one thing is clear here, Leslie, is that this information was of such an embarrassing nature that he went to great lengths to cover it up, to lie about it, in an attempt to make sure it didn't get public. So I think it is an interesting question. Maybe it's just an academic one, but it is an interesting question. How far would he have gone if he really had the possibility of squelching it altogether? If someone had come up to him and said, I'm going to leak this unless you do X. Now, I don't know how he relates to national security as one man, but it certainly could have subverted the interest of his constituents, right? Isn't that a possibility?
I mean,
absolutely.
It's possible that I'm the Pope, too, but it's not probable. No,
if you are willing to put your own personal...
It's definitely not possible that you're the Pope. I don't think that... I like the other one with Ray Charles better. But although I like George on my mind, so he could be God to me. But go ahead. This is, in my opinion, and that's all it is. It's obviously huge amounts of gross speculation and extremely subjective. I haven't sat down and interviewed the congressman since this, and I don't think that your patient,
Leslie, Dr. Russell, nor have you diagnosed him. Do I like him? No. Actually, no. And I think if he were likable, the Democrats wouldn't have thrown him under the bus, to be honest.
Did you like him before or no?
No, actually, no. I agree with his message. I didn't like the way he presented it. My mom always said, not what you say, the way you say it, he was too bombastic.
Yeah, it seems to me that, and Dr. Russell, you could chime in on this, to watch the press conference, he seemed quite defiant for somebody who was, kind of doing the bow out. He apologized again, but it was kind of a little bit grudging. Maybe I'm making too much of it, but he seemed quite defiant for going through what he just went through.
He's calling it a mistake, like it's some kind of accident what he did. He's saying that the most important reason he's resigning is so that he can continue to heal from all this. Come on. And the other thing that I can't believe is the big problem here, Laura, we got 300 million people living here. We can come up with honest people to fill our public offices. I'm honest, you're honest, Leslie Marshall is honest. The problem is too many Americans listen to people like Alan Colmes on the show last night, Leslie Marshall today, and think that we can't. And so they resign themselves to the fact that politicians are going to be dishonest. We have a choice.
No.
Now, well, Leslie...
Hey, David Vitter's still in office.
Well, yeah, a little different. It was 7 years earlier, and then he apologized to his wife. I mean, it's a little bit different, but look, we all can do better, that's for sure. Leslie, Dr. Russell, happy weekend. Have a great weekend.